Are y'all ready to get into this tea? Well, first, let's get into this trip to Bali while we waiting for these people to come into the room. That's right, I am hosting my first trip to Bali, and I want you to come with me September 25th through October the 1st of 2024. Yes, this year. So what I need you to do is this. Click the link in the description of this video. The trip is now live. Yes, we are now live. You can reserve your spot today. Now, the first 8 people to do so will get $100 off. And then there will only be 24 spots available. And y'all know what we're gonna do. As soon as we fill up this trip, we're booking the next one, baby. So we got 4-star accommodations. We got a 7-day itinerary already set. The only thing I need for you to do is get there. So listen, tap the link in the description of this video to get all the information. And now, y'all know what? It's time to get into the tea, baby. Let's go. Skye Squad, we are indeed back in the building. We're back in the building, y'all. Listen, when you come on into the room, let us know where you guys are watching from. Also, let us know if you happen to catch last night's episode of Love and Marriage DC, which we're going to talk about in just a bit. But we have some Martell news first, okay? So I'm going to wait for a couple more people to get into the room. While I do that, make sure you guys pre-order the new book, The Wickedest Wives Book 2, A Vicious Reality. It is available on Amazon.com for pre-order, and it will be out May 14th, okay? 2 days after the reality. No, what is that? 2 days, 2 or 3 days after the Reality with the King tour stop here in DC. Let me know if you guys are coming out to that as well. If you are in the DC area, okay, I see we got Trinidad in the building, Detroit, San Antonio, Missouri, Dallas, London, England. What's going on? Okay, so first things first, let's get into the Martell of it all. Okay, so I got a message from Martell. He reached out to me personally, and this was after we did a story the other day about the legal docs that had came out. If you happen to see that story, chime down in the chatterization, okay? Now, Martell really, I think, wanted to express his frustration that I didn't get his side of the story. And so at first, I really had to think to myself, okay, let me process this. He's reaching out. Let me process this, because I had to appreciate the fact that he was reaching out to me himself. He did not come at me crazy or nothing like that. He simply expressed his frustration. So I had to step back for a second and look at the situation. And I had to analyze what I was going to do next, right? Because a lot of times in life, I always feel like it's not really what happens to you in life, it's how you respond to things. And I had to look at the fact that the situation that they are in is very sensitive. So, out of respect for him, his family, for Melody, for everybody involved, I took the video down. He did not ask me to take it down. I took it down because that is what I felt was the right thing for me to do, not only for them, but for myself. Okay? I volunteered to do that. He didn't ask me to do that. I just did it out of respect for what the documents were about. And he also denied the claims in that document. Now, I'm not going to get into the details of everything that he said, but I did let him know that I would simply convey that message to you guys. He has denied those claims. And I volunteered to unpublish the video. Okay? Again, I wanted to do what felt right for me and also what felt right for them. Okay. And that's everybody involved. And that's just me trying to be, respectful to them and what they are going through in this sensitive situation. Now, with regards to how any of that plays out on the show, I really won't know until I see it, right? And I really won't know until it is presented to me. But in terms of that specific situation, whether they bring it up on the show or not, I don't think it's something that I want to touch at all, period. And that's just me because it just does not feel like something I want to even broach anymore. Okay. Um, that's all I know. I'm giving y'all the exact details, what I know, and what I said I would convey. Okay. Um, Angela, I'm sorry. Yes. That was really also what weighed heavily on my spirit was because, as you guys know, I don't even really like showing people's kids on my channel. I really don't like cursing myself on my channel. These are just things that just these are just boundaries from myself. So even in discussing that, I feel like yeah, like deleting that was the right thing to do for me. All right. Okay. Somebody said we already screenshot your video. Well, listen, I did what I said I was gonna do. And that's really all I can do at this point in time. And to be honest with you, I really hope that they find a way to work all this out because I just think it would be better for everybody in the long run if they can find a space of civility with that. And that's just it. Um, that's just that. Okay. That's the first thing that I wanted to address with you guys. The second thing that I wanted to address is last night we were supposed to do a live with Ashley and Winter. Ashley had reached out and asked if I would do her live with her and Winter to recap Love and Marriage DC. So at the around about an hour beforehand, I was trying to figure out how to stream it so that we can stream it to each location because I think you can do that now. Winter had figured it out. I could not figure out how to do it, so I ended up deleting the live link. So that live resides on Ashley's and Winter's channels. Out of courtesy, because I know a lot of you guys have felt like, well, things had been we'd only been hearing certain sides of the story. And especially with regard, and I don't even know if I had seen last night's episode before I DM'd her, but I did send Joy a DM to ask her if she wanted to sit down and have a conversation so that she could answer some of not only my questions, but you guys' questions as well. Um, and I told her I will create a safe space for her to do so because that's how I prefer to carry this channel is for it to be a space where people can, answer questions the way that they see them, right? So right now, I think she has decided that she's going to just take a little bit of time to sort of, I think, get past all of the things that have happened this season. And I told her I absolutely respect that. But I wanted to do that because, again, I just wanted to keep things as fair as possible to allow her the opportunity to speak to us and help us get clarity on where she was with certain things. But I also think that got those we got a lot of questions answered last night about how she has been feeling with regards to everything that's played out this season, not only with the Ashley and the show and Clifton and Ashley and Carmen and Ashley. And I have to say this as just sort of my recap for the episode, and then I'm gonna give you my thoughts on the season in general and where it could possibly go, if any place. I thought that last night was probably the best episode of the reunion. I felt like I was intrigued. by the depths with which we saw Joy go last night. And I kind of wish that we had gotten a bit more of that during the season as well, because I felt like the unaired footage of it all spoke volumes about how she was really, or maybe what she was really experiencing. And I just felt like we needed that transparency. And I just thought it was such a huge moment for me, because I think it revealed a lot more about who she was, or at least what she was feeling with and what she was going through, right? Because up until that point in time, much of the season had been reaction to, continuous altercations regarding, either her, Ashley, or Clifton and Ashley, and then the Carmen of it all. And it just kind of like, it all of that kind of overshadowed the true essence of the show, I think, which is about, at their core, the marriages, right? So to see her reaction to not only Clifton's sort of lack of response to his relationship, or her issues with his relationship with Carmen, in light of what was revealed by Carmen, I just thought that that was very interesting, to see that she felt like she wasn't being protected. Now, some people I know have felt like, Joy plays the victim. And I think that some people have felt like, maybe she is the victim. I really don't have an answer for that. What I can tell you is that, Ashley had confirmed last night that during the reunion, it was asked if Joy and Clifton were hiding the marriage because they wanted a wedding spinoff. And I think she said that it was confirmed, but I got to go back and actually, it was the video last night was like, we did like a 2-hour live. So it was like a lot of things to cover. In last night's live, Ashley had asked me, she was like, I want you to really ask the questions that the audience wanted to get answered. So some of the questions that I asked, I felt like were a little bit on the tougher side than I probably normally would go. But I did feel like if we're going to wrap up the season and I've got 3 of the people here, then I got to ask the questions. And, at certain points in time during the live, I mean, it got a little real with, the questions and stuff like that. So, it was fascinating. It was very fascinating. But I did enjoy last night's reunion, I think, more than any other part, because, like I said, I thought it was revealing. And I think to see Clifton have that reaction, it did feel to me like he was really hesitant to let go of his friendship with Carmen for the sake of his wife. And I never really feel like I want to put I don't know how it's a weird situation to be in, I think, to have to make a decision like that. But I know that when you decide to get married, then you decide to a certain degree, forsake all others. And so for me, I just feel like the right choice for him in that moment would have been to say, listen, I hear you. I hear what you're saying. I don't like that she said these things. I don't agree with them. And I'm here to support you in any way that I possibly can. And I feel like I should have done a better job. That's what I feel like he should have said. Period. That's your wife at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? If you can beef with Ashley and Quick about the situation that really had to do more with Joy and Ashley, then you can also have her back when it comes to your friendships. Now, Carmen feels how she feels about their relationship. And, I received Joy when she said, like, listen, I wish you would have told me these things. And Carmen apologized, and I feel like that's how you can either try, you can move forward from there. I feel like that was a good example of, at least people on the show being able to find a way to find some type of resolve. But now we have to look into the future of the show and what that looks like. And I have to be honest with you, I think that they're going to have a very tough job moving forward with season 3. But I think if anybody can do it, Carlos can, because I feel like they seem to be able to correct the ship with Love and Marriage Huntsville when things went off the rails. So I don't know. What I do know is I tried. Okay. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I tried my hardest because I know a lot of these people personally. I interact with them, seeing them out and stuff like that. And I genuinely do care about this entire cast. Um, and for me, it's been really hard to watch as they've gone at each other in the ways that they have. And I've tried to express that or tried to ask questions that would possibly lead to some type of resolution because of two things. Number one, I kind of feel like you don't want a TV show to tarnish, reputations and relationships because at some point in time the TV show will end, right? And then two, y'all gonna have to run into each other at some point in this city. And then three, I mean, the power of reality TV is that it puts you in the household of hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people on a yearly to weekly or monthly basis. And that's good for your businesses. And so in my mind, I was trying to get to the point where, I was hoping that people could see the bigger picture. But what I also learned in this situation is that people have had their own experiences in this situation, and I cannot overlook those experiences. And as much as I would want these people to get along for the sake of, not only we all see each other, but also because it seems like they're going through trauma. And some of them more than others, more than I think that I even realized. So I just kind of think like, for as much as I wanted to try my hardest to figure out a way to like bridge some of these relationships, like I can't do that. And I guess it's honestly not my place, you know? Um, I can care about these people as much as I do, but I cannot make these people get along if they feel like too much has already happened. So, I don't really know how things are going to work. All I know is I will be in attendance at the Reality with the King tour on Sunday, May 12th, to find out what happens in the building when you have Joy, Arena, and Ashley all together on the stage at the same time. I don't know how that's going to go, but I'll be there to tell y'all about it. And so I guess we'll see after that point whether or not, they get a season 3, 4, or whatever you want to call it next. Um, I think that is just about as much as I have for you guys because I did want to come on live and discuss these things with you because um I can only be and do so much. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if I feel like I go in a direction that I don't like, I want to be able to tell y'all to and just have the discussion. And that's, I feel like, the best way to move forward. Um, so yeah. I see just a couple of comments. D says, I thought Ashley quit. I don't think that she has. I think that maybe it had been a thought in her mind at some point, but as far as I know, based on last night, she has not quit. SJ Waters, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I just tried to do the right thing. Um, let me see. Hey to everybody who just joined. I really appreciate it. I'm just looking to see if I see any questions. Yes, the Duncans did um quit. They're not coming back. Cat Shaw says not to change the convo. I sent you a DM in Messenger. Can you please check us regarding the trip? Yes, I will check my messages shortly. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you as well. Ashley, uh if let me I'm gonna call the facility to see if they are open today, and if so, I'll drop over there and get it. Thank you so much. I it's once I moved, is that location is further away, so I need to change my mail location. My apologies for that. I'm going. I am going. I promise you, I am going. I am going. I am going. I am going to get that package. I love you. I love you, Ashley. Yes, Norman is off today. Um, Ashley, you are never a bother. I thank you for reminding me. Like, listen, my assistant has to remind me of like 25 things a day, so it's not even an issue. Um, thank God she is also my cousin. um, yeah. Cherie says I think it was smart for Joy to take a breather. Yeah, you know what? I appreciated it. I appreciated it as well because you know I could sense her response was peaceful, obviously. And I just felt like, I understood it, especially after watching last night's episode and just kind of reflecting on everything. I totally respect it, and I told her the door is open whenever she wants to come and have a conversation because, you know, I want to I want to hold a space for people that they feel like they can come here and have a conversation, and they are they feel like it's comfortable, it's safe for them. So when she feels like she's at that space, then I'm more than welcome into her. Um, someone said to stop protecting Martell. My stance isn't about so much protecting as it is just respecting their family, and what all is happening. And because this involves kids, I don't feel comfortable. I just don't. Bruce says this season of DC was hard to watch, and the reunion was even harder. But I wanted to ask, did Winter really quit? And also, much respect for the Martell situation. Thank you, Bruce. I appreciate that. Um, Yeah, it was a hard to watch, definitely, 'cause I think even the social media part of it got even worse, but, yes, Winter really did quit. Um, thank you, Dana, I appreciate that. Um, yes, Chan, yeah, it did bother me actually reading that, so, it I think if you if you saw me in the video, I think you understand how I feel even more so. Um, yeah, I mean, I think you do have to have tough skin at this point, to be on reality TV. I think that it's hard. It's definitely hard, you know, and it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. All right, y'all. I didn't want to hold y'all too long. Um, you know, somebody said, would I host? No, I don't. I don't think I would. I don't think I would ever want to host any reunions. I think that's a hard job to have as well. Um, my position on reality TV right now is I'm in a very interesting place with it. I love it. Actually, I love it. I do. I love talking to y'all about it. But sometimes, like especially this year, it's gotten very difficult. Personally, um, someone says it sounds like you are protecting people and trying to please people. Let me respond to that. I am trying to be able to sleep at nights. Okay. The way I move is with respect for people in general. Um, and I might throw a little shade based on something that people do. Yes. And we have fun on the channel with regards to that. The Dr. Guabadia of it all took us by surprise, right? And so we had fun with that. But at the end of the day, I gotta be able to sleep at nights. So my job is not to I'm not trying to be I'm not calling these people out. I am simply reacting and responding to what I see. Okay. And I'm providing my commentary on it. But in my commentary, I got to be able to do what I do in a way that makes it so that when I hit the bed at night, I feel good about what I said and what I did. Period. So if you feel like that makes me protecting people or whatnot, then you just have to feel that way. But my thought is, did I do my job in a way that makes me feel good and that leaves people who watch the video feeling good? That is my only job at this point. Okay. These are my boundaries. Okay. And yes, I am a Cancer. So, and if that don't tell you, I mean, I don't know how many of y'all get into signs and stuff like that, but that should tell you a lot about who I am. Okay. And then I see someone saying that I'm trying to clean up someone's mess. I don't listen, I don't get paid to clean up nobody's messes. Nobody paying me. Like, here's the thing. For a while, I stopped doing interviews because I didn't want to be beholden to anybody thinking, oh, well, if I did an interview with you, you can't say anything negative about me. But I'm going to also be real about how I feel. Now, I can be real about how I feel without cursing somebody out. Okay. For as much as I talked about Robin and my frustrations with her, I always maintained I don't want the woman to be without a job. I want the woman to have income. But she probably shouldn't be on reality TV. You understand what I'm saying? And also, I'm honest about how I feel about these shows. I think that Love and Marriage DC was a hard watch. I think that they had waited too long to air the season. They focused too much on the Ashley and Joy of it all. I am critical when I need to be. Period. If you don't like somebody, do not expect me to then echo what you don't like. All I can do is be me. So anyway, that's me answering a couple of questions for y'all because I knew that I wanted to get on here and do this live. And that's that. Period. Y'all listen, we have 12 more spots available for the Bali trip in September. I think it's like it's 12 or 11 more spots. So be sure to tap in the link. If you guys have questions, I know somebody had a question via Facebook. I'm gonna go answer that question. Please shoot me your questions. Don't be afraid to email me bookings at djrichieskye.com or shoot me a message on Facebook Messenger. Just let me know that you did it because I'm really bad at that. I apparently need to start checking my DMs more. So I'm gonna try to do that. But with that being said, y'all, listen, at the end of the day, I love y'all. Even if you disagree with me, I still love you. That's the place that I come from. I like the way that I do what I do because it feels fun to me and it feels good to me. And I hope that it feels good to you. And if it doesn't, I'm learning in life that I cannot please everybody. And that's just that. So with that being said, what I can do is invite you to travel with me. So come with me to Bali. Tap the link in the description of this video. Get my new book, The Wickedest Wives. And I got some more work to do, so I need to hop off of here. But if anything else pops off, y'all know I'll be back with y'all. And Norma will be back at work tomorrow. Okay? All right. With that being said, I will catch you all in the next video.
So, Desiree Davenport, what are you hoping to accomplish with this show?
Honestly, I've lost everything in the most horrible way possible. And listen, I want it all back. I'm willing to build it piece by piece, and I mean brick by brick.
Oh, honey, she is done. I bet you a Burke and she doesn't last all season with us. Just watch.
I'm Misha Hill, and I'd like to consider myself the matriarch of this dynamic group of ladies. I mean, someone has to keep them under control.
I'm Davita Delaney.
I mean, I think I could teach these ladies a thing or two about how to get and keep a good man.
They said she was a gold digger. Gene, you're there for me. I'm just really looking forward to being surrounded by other empowering bosses.
Yes, I know exactly what she's doing. And if she keep playing in my face, I'm gonna have to let her off her dirty little secrets just like she did to me. And I'm not playing.
Let's get this straight. If I brought you into this circle, I just as easily can take you out. She ain't running nothing over here, okay? She needs to be worried about running that household and worried about why that husband of hers is never at home.
Oh, hell.
Ooh, child, this is about to be a mess.
Oh my God, I hate mess. What in the world did I get myself into?